Chapter 1. Drowning Under a Clear Sky, 01. The Dialectics of Repetition. How many times must you listen to a favorite song before it grows stale? How many viewings does it take to truly satisfy your love for a movie? Perhaps love itself is an irrational cycle, but I often wonder, if I project this sensibility onto him, will the result remain the same? 10 years, 20 years, or even longer from now, can I sustain this fluttering in my heart? With a soundtrack, I can guarantee that even if I grow tired of it, the melody still has the power to reconstruct my senses. But with him, I lack the confidence to withstand the erosion of time. I don't believe in eternity, especially not when it comes to him. 02. Coolness in a feverish land. December is the only season that offers a reprieve in this country where it feels like summer all year round. From November to January, the wind carries a moist chill. The wind brings the rain, and I am in love with rainy days. The sound of rain precisely prunes the noise of the world, simplifying everything into a monotonous yet healing pitter-patter. In these moments, I am accustomed to quietly conversing with my architectural blueprints. Just as I am about to set my pen to paper, a rhythmic knock sounds against the wooden door. There is no need to guess. That frequency belongs only to the person living across from me by. Hi. I push open the door, and sure enough, it's him. A face with sharp features, yet perpetually wearing a cold, poker-faced expression. Something up? I grip my pencil, a hint of annoyance at being interrupted seeping into my tone. The department camping trip next week? Are you going? Yeah, why? Nothing. Just confirming. He makes a move to leave. As I prepare to close the door, his hand suddenly braces against the frame. The force isn't overwhelming, yet it is undeniable. Wait, one more thing. Bai looks at me, a dark, unreadable emotion flickering in his eyes. Meet me at the secret spot at noon on the first day of camp. I have something to say. Can't you say it now? You'll know when the time comes, dummy. He taps my head lightly and turns to leave before I can react. 03. Crossing the boundary. Bai is an anomaly. He is aloof and socially awkward. Despite being strikingly handsome, he has effectively turned himself into a solitary island. As his classmate, I initially approached him out of a sense of responsibility, but through countless coincidences, we became friends. But over the past year, his behavior has started to become transgressive. That sense of distance, which cannot be precisely measured, feels like a silent invasion. He is too close, close enough to make me anxious. To recalibrate the boundaries of this friendship, I have been intentionally cold to him lately. Since that day he knocked on my door, he truly hasn't sought me out again. I bury that inexplicable restlessness under stacks of design drafts and models until the day of the camp. 04. Confession at the secret spot. The sun was unnaturally bright that day, but the wind was ferocious. The meadow behind the campus was a perfect campsite. Deeper in, there were waterfalls, and the summit offered a view of the entire coastal town. To avoid him, I intentionally set out an hour early. Excuse me, has anyone seen Bai? I casually asked a classmate upon arrival. Him? I saw him heading into the woods with his guitar. A guitar? My heart skipped a beat. The sky was darkening rapidly, a precursor to heavy rain. The mountain paths were treacherous. I didn't want to be stranded on the mountain with him waiting for rescue in this weather. I sprinted along the only path. Passing through the hidden trail to the right of the third waterfall, I stepped onto the rickety old wooden bridge. The air was thick with the scent of wet earth, the rain's warning. Finally, beneath the large tree at the cliff's edge, I saw his silhouette. Bai! He turned slowly, looking at me as I gasped for air. You knew it was going to rain. Why didn't you bring an umbrella? He actually laughed, a rare, slightly self-deprecating laugh. That way, I'd have an excuse to share an umbrella with you. Don't say such strange things. Whatever you want to say it quickly. You noticed, didn't you? That's why you've been avoiding me. Bai's smile vanished, his voice ringing clear through the wind. I wanted to tell you myself I like you. I froze. Hearing that word from his poker face felt as absurd as a dark joke. You don't have to answer now. I just wanted you to know that from now on, I'm going to pursue you. Wait. My heart skipped a beat, followed immediately by a surge of resolve. Bai, I've only ever seen you as my best friend. I can't imagine us having a relationship beyond friendship. Even if you pursue me, the answer won't change. The air solidified. My words were like a blade, cutting off any remaining room for maneuver. I see. Thank you for your answer. He didn't plead. He turned and brushed past me. Instinctively, I grabbed his wrist. We're still friends, right? He didn't look back. His voice was as cold as the mountain rain. I think I've lost the ability to see you as just a friend. He wrenched his hand away and vanished into the thick mist. 05. The vanishing border. The storm collapsed at that moment. With a roar, the world fell into chaos. I opened my umbrella to give chase, but the panic in my heart made my footsteps lose their coordination. As I stepped onto the wooden bridge, the rotted planks let out a piercing crack. The moment I lost my balance, I fell into the surging rapids. The icy river water instantly surged over my head. My vision blurred. I was like a speck of dust caught in a whirlpool, left to drift with the current. Oxygen was slowly drained away, and my body began to sink. Am I dying? I should have held on to him tightly. Strangely, the violent sensation of drowning suddenly vanished. The surroundings became exceptionally peaceful. Could this be the world after death? I opened my eyes, swinging my heavy limbs with all my might to swim upward. Splash! I broke through the surface, gasping for air. What lay before me wasn't a gloomy mountain stream or a broken bridge, but a vast sea shimmering with golden sunlight. Laughter echoed nearby as the waves gently lapped at the shore. Yun, how much longer are you going to swim? Your shaved ice is melting. On the shore, my friends Shin and Yi were waving vigorously, bright smiles on their faces. I stood dazed in the shallows, letting the seawater soak my clothes. Hadn't I just fallen into the mountain rapids? Why was the sun so brilliant here? Why did everything look as if it had never happened?